There ain't no being saved. Ain't no being lost. Them fights was over long ago. Or never happened, was only invented to make you feel something out of nothing. Makes no difference. Ain't sure nothing makes a difference. Can't see how. Tide comes in, tide goes out. You was born, you die. In between, you do what you do. Ain't no good, ain't no bad, just things that make you feel good or make you feel sad, and just the length of time between being born and dying. That's all there is. Ain't no old man judging man. Ain't no heaven. And maybe there is damnation. But I think I know what that'll be like. And I'm gonna be right at home there. That's it. See it for what the hell it is. Look at you fools sitting there waiting. Waiting on old Dutch to save your bacon once again. I've seen more inspiring corpses than you lot. Life is for the living. And if you don't want to live, let someone else have the privilege and get out the way. You're pathetic. Every last one of you. Aside from Dutch, and the only thing pathetic about him is the fact that he associates with you fools. Must make him feel good. Taking care of the simple-minded, the desperate, and the needy. My daddy said, sympathy is for the weak. You get what you deserve, you gotta kill to eat. That's what this country is. Every man equal, every man for himself. But you lot ain't got no real fight in you. Old Dutch has made a fool of himself trying to save you, and that's the truth. Well, this is fun, ain't it? On the run with a bunch of women. All our money lost back in Blackwater. Old Dutch knows where the money is, just him and Hosea, same as usual. Well, I love Dutchy, but I ain't sure how fair it is. That's all our money. We all deserve a chance to go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now, I know you folks is loyal to the point of constipation, but this is real. That money is our only hope, And it's locked up there, good and proper, and only Hosea and Dutch know. That ain't fair. And it ain't doing anyone any good. Stay away.
You are obsessed with that money.
It's mine as much as theirs. I should know where it's hidden.
No, you shouldn't.
Mind if I sit a minute? Oh, my lord above. I am not made for land. It's too many angles. Yeah, me? I like a flat horizon. Wide and clear, little waves taking me south to paradise. Not a vicious blizzard, thick mud, railways, filthy towns, and any other hells we've encountered. Black water! Never was a place truer named, huh? Huh? I like blue water. Mm-hmm. Black water, you can keep that. Blue water, fire water, salt water. Black water's for fools. Yep. It's just unnatural. All this land. Ain't natural at all. I need to sit a minute. Oh, I'm tired. Real tired. All this walking, all this standing. It's not for me. I'm designed to float. Not for all this land. It's too much of it. It's just too much of it. No wonder your whole lot went crazy. You gotta head out to the sea. Even old Dutchie, it'd be good for him. Did you know the Dutch were seafaring folk? When I laid eyes on him the first time, I loved him. He was so charismatic. But I still told myself, I said, Pearson, that man needs some sea air. All that brooding, harumph. It's looking at all this damn grass and sky all the time. We are meant to swim, not ride around on donkeys. It's ridiculous. You know, when I was in the Navy, men could fight until they were 100. Now look at us. All sick and weak and pathetic. Every one of us. Every bloody one of us.
I think we're gonna need more than sea air, Mr. Pearson.
You'd be surprised. It works wonders.
Not against Pinkertons.
Mind if I join you for
Still one of life's great pleasures, sitting by the fire with friends. No matter what else happens, nothing quite beats sitting by the fire. You can have the hounds of hell after you and all the angels of vengeance alongside them, but a warm fire and you feel all is okay. Them that discovered the stuff must have thought they was gods among monkeys. They discovered fire. In our time, they've discovered a wire you can talk down to speak to people you wanted to avoid so much you moved to a different town to escape them. I feel like I look. Wonder if we're gonna make it. This time, wonder if old Dutch hasn't bit off more than he can chew. Good old Dutch. My best friend. You know how we met?
Hello, Arthur.
Pair of hucksters trying to rob each other. By a fire just like this, on the road to Chicago back in, when was it, 78 or thereabouts. Whew. More than 20 years. We ain't dead yet, not quite. Oh, Dutch was something special back then. I guess he's something special now. I thought I could con the paint off a wall, but he was good. He was good. spun him this yarn about a mile long about my daddy, the ambassador, and would he help me find my way back to Paris, France, when all of a sudden I looked and my money and my gun had disappeared. We laughed and said we'd face the future together. Here we're at, facing something together, I guess. Though who knows exactly what.
You two was meant to be, Jose.
Long time ago now.
Ah, but what a run you've had.
You know, long time ago, I believed in all this crap. Believed in everything Dutch said. We was above the law. Above morality. We was different. Long time since I felt that way. Long time. Blackwater ended all that. But really, it was dead long before. I mean, thieving is all right. Whole country is just about thieving. Maybe whole world is. But the killing? The killing I can stomach, because it turns out I can stomach more or less anything, but that don't mean I like it. Don't mean I like it one bit, nor myself for putting up with it. Yes, I hope that if we can get the hell out of here, then maybe we can go legit. Maybe Dutch will calm down. Maybe it'll be okay. Some chance.
Hello, Arthur.
Hello, Arthur.
Not that much has changed, Jose.
We used to actually help people. You remember that?
I do.
You know,
Have a seat by the fire,
used to say you
Arthur.
stare into the fire long enough, you can see the whole world pass by. I always thought it was the most stupid thing I ever heard. Aside from all the other stupid things he used to say, of course. But now I know exactly what he meant. Guess that's age for you. It's humbled better men than me, and it's sure humbling me good and proper.
Everything all
Like
right,
I
Arthur?
deserve. I ain't being a very good man. I know that, but right now, as I approach my reckoning, guess one thing I can do is try to teach you boys about the many errors of my ways. I ain't repenting, except for one thing. I wish I had acquired wisdom at less of a price. Except my head was too damn hard to learn quicker. Stupidity is all I am sorry for. The worst stupidity of all is not listening to them as knows better. You know, I miss my wife. Since she was taken from me, I miss her every day. She's what I think about when I wake up, what I'm still thinking about when I go to sleep. Confuses me. Confuses me no end. How a wretched sinner like me could be given someone so perfect, so beautiful to take care of. For once in my wretched life, do my best. And then she dies. And I live on. Well, at least for now. She's been gone many years. All them years, I was given and she was not, and we're expected to believe in judgment? What kind of a judge would save me and take her? A foolish one I can't respect any more than I can respect myself. I miss her so. Forgive me for being so maudlin, but it's a fact. I know we've all of us seen more death than life these past few months, but, well, sometimes the unfairness of it all confuses me. Mind if I sit? Listen, I know I ain't well, but don't pity me. Envy me. I've done all a man could want. My grandfather farmed turnips in some bog in Lincolnshire. In Lincolnshire, which I'm told is in England, famous for turnips. I've never had to eat a turnip in my life. I'm a product of this country. False, true, bad, a little good, tough, old. Don't you worry about me. I'm okay. Ran in a gang for years, never earned a legal dollar. Saw unspeakable evil and remarkable kindness, usually from the same folks. Raised and lost a family. Saw pretty much the whole country, from Madison Avenue to San Francisco. Did bad, did good. Guess I ain't unlucky at all. Guess I'm real lucky. This is what you're offered. Fine evening, eh, boys? Fine evening. Glad to be out of that cold and sat here. Wonder how many more evenings like this I'll have. Anyone know? Come on, don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. I'm not going to see much more in another couple of years. Maybe 5. My daddy lived until he was 75. A life of sin and debauchery would make an emperor blush. He was a bigamist 3 times over. Reckoned he had 100 children. Never worked an honest day in his life. I only saw him 3 months in my entire life, and by God, did I love that man. Never met a finer. Anyway.
Hello.
Hi there.
I would love to meet the man behind the man.
Well, if you do, remind him he has a son.
Okay.
You know, it's nearly 5 years since I left Mexico, and the rebellion? It still has not happened. If I go back and they find me, I'm dead. My mother, I heard she died. I mourn her, but I did not bury her. My sister got married, she moved away. I hope she's safe, but I will never know. And what was my crime? Huh? My crime was wanting food and fairness for the people. For that, I have been chased and hunted. I come here. Things are not so very different. Everyone steals, kills, suppresses, lies. All they do better here is make you believe that it's not that way. Hey.
Guess things are the same everywhere.
Yeah. The older I get, the more I find that to be true.
Kinda depressing.
Miss Jackson.
When I was a boy, my mother told me about an animal that attacked cattle and drank their blood. Of course, you've all heard about this. Every place has one of those, but my mother's version was a little different. Along with farmyard animals, her version also ate little boys who misbehaved. Oh, she tried everything she could to keep me in line. Prepare me for a life of starving servitude, while picking corn and cotton for rich landowners, giving every penny I had to the church they used to keep us in line. I loved my mother, but she never saw how things were. Even after they killed her brother, still. She could not see how life was. Hello, Arthur.
You don't talk about your mother much.
It's painful for me.
Sure, I understand.
You know, I've seen a lot of men who say one thing and do the other thing. Who promise you the world while they rob the bread off your plate. Listen, I know Dutch been a little erratic recently. I know what went on in Blackwater, well, none of us is pretending that was something nice. But I guess, the way I see it, we're still here. And he's still right. I mean, look, you're all free to think what you want to think, but for me, I still believe in him. Because, well, he did what he did. But he did it for love. For all of us. Yes, I feel bad. They didn't deserve that, but listen, I just think, and I've been thinking about this a lot, I just think Dutch loves us. And being loved, well, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna make it. Hey, I came to America because I killed a man in Mexico. Powerful man. I knew if I stayed, everyone I loved would die. I ran. Not for my life, but for theirs. In this country, I spoke no English. I was afraid.
Hello, Arthur.
I had nothing except for my fear for I left in a rush. I was starving, feeble, and alone. I thought I would die crossing the desert. I thought I would get here and be sent back. I thought I would be killed here. Instead, I was simply starving because nobody cared. And then I met Dutch. I was stealing chickens and he, I met him doing the same. And we laughed. He took me in. And he fed me. And he clothed me. And I met all of you. I don't believe I shall ever go back home now. For this is my home now. You are all my home now.
Hello again, Arthur.
I'd love to have seen you and Dutch trying to rob chickens.
I'd say I had the upper hand.
Oh, have to set up a rematch.
Always good times with old Dutch.
shoot innocent people.
Hey.
Rob, kill, run, all in the name of fun. Dutch is fun. Dutch is gonna save us all. Dutch is gonna save us. Well, he saved me twice or more already. Stopped the farmers from lynching me up in Illinois. Just now he had me saved from wolves.
You seem
Well, he
preoccupied.
saved us all from the Pinkertons or whoever it is on our tail, and still, I doubt it. Blessed are they who have faith, yet have still not seen whatever that line he spouts is. What do I know? I don't know a thing. I mean, that man I killed for, the man I ran for, the man I believed in, is that still the same man I see now? Guess about all I got left now is doubts. Doubts and scars.
Yeah, we all been in this a long time.
I barely remember nothing else.
Nope.
Listen to me. Don't, none of you, never go do something stupid and get yourself a woman. You hear me? Trust your old Uncle John on this one. And if you got one, get rid of them. Go drown them in the goddamn ocean, because trust me, boys, it's you or them. You or them, they'll kill you. But they won't do you the kindness of shooting you or slitting your throat. They will slowly grind you down to dust with the nagging and the demands and the complaints. You will die the most painful death imaginable, and that's this. The slow realization that you would rather be dead than have to listen to her crap for a moment longer. And if you knew you could kill her and get away with it, you would. Trust me on that.
So, things ain't going well with Abigail then?
Just stay out of it, Arthur.
Gladly.
So this is it, huh? We all gonna die and never see no promised land. No heaven on earth. No man unleashed. No real land, no pure land, or none of that stuff Dutch spouts. We all just gonna get shot like any other hoodlum. Put down like any other pest. And all that stuff we believed in was just something to make us better at killing folk, faster at running away. Well, I guess it is what it is, and right now this is it. Ain't never gonna see my son grow up. Ain't never gonna atone for my sins. Ain't never nothing but gonna get shot for them. I hope God can forgive me for what I've done on this earth, because ain't much I'm proud of. A whole lot I hope he's forgotten about.
You sound like you've given up.
I don't know. Maybe I have.
No. We gotta see this through, John.
You know, when I first met Dutch, I was at a low point. Real low. And, I tried to rob him. I mean, I was just out of the army, and I was drinking like a fish, and I I was still sticking up folk on the highway, just, out west of the mountains. And Dutch got one look at me. I was just drunk, and I was angry. and he just burst out laughing. And I was so mad, I swear I could have put a slug in him. But he cheered me up, and he gave me purpose. And now I sense some of you fools are doubting him. And that makes me so angry, because he saved me. He saved Bill Williamson. And he can do it again. So for all you sons of bitches, you fools that are doubting him, go. Leave, just run away, just get the hell out of here. But you know what? I know you won't. None of you will. 'Cause you're all the same. You're just like me. So you have faith. We've all got to have faith. Because this is Dutch Vanderland that we're talking about here. This is Dutch Vanderland.
You tell him, Bill.
Somebody's got him.
For sure.
Gents, you know, it's good to sit down for a minute. You know, I was... Shit! I can't remember what I was gonna say. I can't remember. You know, they say that's the first sign of madness. Just forgetting shit. I had something real interesting I was gonna tell you boys and all, and I can't... It would have been amazing. God, shit, I'm sorry. I am annoyed with myself. You know, my daddy started forgetting things. And it didn't turn too good for him in the end. I just hope that I'm not gonna have that kind of future. May he rest in peace. See, he liked moonshine with his whiskey, and he said it was something about the combination. And by the time he passed, he didn't know his left from his right. It's bad business. I just hope that's not what's happening to me. I mean, I don't like mixing drinks. All right? That's the problem, is mixing. You don't.
How you boys doing?
Good, boss. How about you?
Oh, I am okay, son. I'm okay. It's interesting, you know, that thing Evelyn Miller says, I ain't your king. I ain't your messiah. I hope you all know that. But my God, there are fools in this world, and there are even bigger fools that listen to them. Nobody is looking for something so much as the American people. But it is like old Miller says, the power, the kingship we seek, it is in us. And if we deny it, then we make others our Lord. If we deny it, I love that.
I don't quite get it.
You will, son. You will. Enjoy your evening.
You know, Micah, you got a mighty big mouth. But you've never told us where Dutch met you.
Micah? He crawled out of the outhouse one day, and Dutch was so amazed he asked him to stay.
I like that.
Well, where was it?
I heard all you fools drone on. I mean, you ain't fools, but you sound foolish. I like Dutch, but he didn't save my life. I saved his. Maybe he never told you, but fact is, I stopped him getting killed in a bar fight in Crenshaw Hills. He's trying to sell some gold you boys had stolen, annoyed some locals. So, I saved his life.
No, that ain't true.
Ain't it? Why? 'Cause I need to sit around and boast about things I made up 'cause I failed fighting Redskins, that's so? Good day, gentlemen.
That man is a fool. Look, I make no bones about it. Dutch, he saved my life. When I was lost, he found me, and he saw something in me. I mean, I ain't perfect. Maybe I'm a long way from perfect, all right? I'm just a big, flawed, dumb American, and I know it. But when I'm with him, I feel I can do things. Like I can be someone. 'Cause he found me in a gutter when I was drunk, and I was dumb, and I was lost, and he raised me up. And I will never forget that. And no matter what that fool says, Dutch is special. He has the mark about him. And you all know it. Because I know it.
You boys are really pouring it all out.
It's Micah talking bull crap again.
He's just trying to get a rise out of you.
Mind if I warm myself here a minute, gentlemen? How you boys keeping? Well, I reckon we're on the turn now. Our luck's turning, we're going to be fine. I knew Dutch would have us right. I knew it. Never doubted him for a minute. Sad business when Davy passed. Sad business when anyone passes, but we're going to make it. Dutch will see us right.
Yeah, of course he will.
Exactly, Mr. Williamson. Of course he will. He's the ideal. The American this country was set up to create. He'll see us right. Excuse me. Good night, gentlemen.
Oh. I made a fool of myself again. And one of you saved me. It could have been any one of you. Well, almost any one of you. I'm a cautionary tale. I know that. The morphine, the whiskey, it's pretty pathetic, really. I don't pity myself. I hate myself, good and proper, but I don't pity myself. Maybe I do. I don't really know anymore. I had a family once. Sometimes
Sometimes I wish back when I saved Dutch. Rather than saving me back, he'd done the proper thing and put a bullet in my head. Excuse me.
How you gentlemen keeping? Sorry for interrupting, but I can't stand much longer over there. I mean, I love the girls, but my lord, they complain a lot. I mean, I've known worse than this. I was born into worse than this. Most of us grew up hungry and scared and alone, one way or another. And here, we've usually got food, and we usually ain't scared. I mean, sometimes. And we ain't never alone. Not here. Quite the opposite. So I'm done with the whining. I know we had a scene in the mountains, but we're over that. It's time to cheer up. All of you.
All right?
That was quite a speech.
Just feel like it's time they all buck back up now.
I agree.
How you boys doing? Mind if I stand a while? My lord, but mark my words, one of these days, Karen will slit old Grimshaw's throat. We all hate her. But Mary Beth is sort of peaceful, and Abigail, she doesn't have time for that kind of nonsense. And I don't care enough, and Miss Adler, well, she may slit any one of our throats, come to think of it. But Karen hates her more than anyone, and she hates Karen. And Karen ain't one to hate unwisely. I've seen her cut men up more than once. If Grimshaw goes missing, I'll give you 20 to 1. Karen did it. Only she won't slit her throat. She'll cut her throat clean out and drink her blood. Mark my words, boys. You know something? Them boys kidnapped me and was gonna do God alone knows what to me. But I'm imagining it ended with me dead in a ditch someplace. And it made me realize something. It made me realize we got it pretty good here. And you boys is decent. And I wanted to say thank you. Seriously, all of you. Well, most of you. I'm getting all soppy. Even Grimshaw ain't so bad. But don't tell her I said it or I'll kill all of you. Enjoy your night, fellas. Hey.
Hey, Arthur.
Grimshaw does always look out for you.
I know. She just has a funny way of showing it sometimes.
Sure.
So how about you, Mr. Trelawney? Where are you from?
The moons of Jupiter, dear boy. The moons of Jupiter.
Oh, shut up, shut up. Now, that kind of nonsense might amuse folk at a children's birthday party. But really. I'm saying Irish.
No.
Scots.
Cornwall, dear boy. Where the real, original Celts are from. Where they still have trolls, just like you, that live under the bridges. Where fire spews out of the marshes.
What's it like there?
I have no idea. I've never been, but it sounds wonderful.
Well, I'm from Ohio, and I have been there. And it could use more trolls.
So I've heard. So I've heard.
Gentlemen, why the long faces? What's wrong with all you? Goddamn whiners. Complainers. Worse than that. Complainers who don't even say nothing, just complain with your eyes and sour mouths. Where I come from, we got a word for you lots. Wise. That's what you become. Wise. Oh, yeah, that's how it seems to me. Big, tough men, robbers, hoodlums, proud degenerates, turned into a bunch of moaning women at the side of some lawman in a little snow. I ain't never seen anything so disgusting in my whole time. I met a lot of women, but you boys just about turned into the most womanly of all of them. And that's the truth.
Every time, Uncle.
Now, let me tell you boys a story. And when old Uncle was just a little boy, back when they called me nephew, I guess, not Uncle. Now, my real uncle, Uncle Jeb, my mother's brother's cousin, he was kind of funny. One of those men you didn't want to be left alone with on account of him doing, well, you know what I mean. Not right with young men. Anyways, he wanted to take me fishing. Now, I didn't want to go, because if there's one place men act funny, it's around fish. Oh, anyways, he tried to take me. All week long, he's telling me to come, and in the end, I sent my brother's friend, Ned, instead. Go. I never liked Ned much either. I figured, well, they could do the damnedest to each other. Turns out they did. Only weren't Jeb drowning Ned like I reckon, but Ned, he went and, well, stabbed Jeb right in the moneymaker. Turned him into Aunt Jemima. No word of lie.
Hey there. I ain't sure I understood a word of that.
Oh, I'm lost on you fools.
Well, you're lost, that's for sure.
Man, bunch of sour faces. Cheer up, the lot of you. None of them women got the clap. None of you got lynched yet. Ain't none of you got married neither. Way I see it, ain't no good in worrying about what may be. Worry about what you got and ain't got, and none of you got nothing to worry about. Just like my daddy told me. He said, son, don't worry about the future. Worry about today. And I said, what do you mean, Pa? He said, well, you're gonna get a beating so hard you'll be lucky to even see tomorrow. He was right. Damn nearly killed me, but it taught me not to watch women in the outhouse and get caught. It also taught me not to worry about nothing other than that which is gonna happen.
Hey. That's deep, Uncle.
I speak only the truth.
Well, that's one lie right there.
You know, my father had welts all down his back. He was raised a slave. He taught all the kids how to read. A good old-fashioned house nigger, they called him. But he was beaten just the same. Now, it wasn't the master of the house, who my father loved, in a way, but his brother, whom my father hated with an almighty passion. He'd beat the slaves almost nightly, whip them, rape them. One night, my father was getting a whooping for the crime of being born by this horrible bastard when his sister-in-law, the master's wife, walks in. Now, fearing for my father's life, she told her brother-in-law to stop. Well, not only did he not stop, he beat her too. Next day, his brother, the master, shot him dead. The whole plantation cheered. The master gave my father his dead brother's watch and told him as he did so, time will catch up with us all. A year later, he set them free and hanged himself the very next night. My father gave me that watch. Beautiful, big pocket watch it was. And now, I've gone and lost it fleeing Blackwater. When I get some spare money, I'ma buy myself another one to honor both my father and them folks that saved his life.
That all got a little messy, huh?
I reckon it's best if we just put it behind us.
Suits me.
Uh-oh. Bill's
My
got
mom
a drink
was
in
from
his
field
hand.
stock. But Daddy, he worked indoors. He was a house nigger. That's what they called him. I mean, he could read and write, and he never worked in the fields. He was educated. His pa the same. They were tutors. Man, nobody liked him. Not the whites, and not the blacks. But he was smart, my pa. And I loved him, and he taught me how to read. He taught me to judge people for what they are, not how they look. But, one thing he couldn't teach me was how not to care. Some drunks picked on him walking home one night. And they beat him and killed him. So I was 15 at the time. I stole a gun and I shot him. So then they wanted me, so I went on a run. I ran right till I bumped into Dutch. And my pa, he wanted me to be a lawyer. Well, I guess I've ended up working in the law, in a way of seeing things. Thanks again for that watch, Arthur. I left something for you by your bed.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
Well, sure I did.
I'd have done the same thing.
I don't regret it for a second.
And you got family. Right here now.
Look at you boys, bunch of moaners. Things ain't that bad, things is fine. Fine. Almost dandy. Unlike most of you whiners, I've been in some real tight spots. And this ain't even a goddamn spot, let alone a tight one. I felt rope around my neck more than once. Don't scare me. This don't scare me neither, not one little bit. Way I see it, these things prove what you made of, prove what you is. And right now, too many of yous is proving precisely what you is, and it's like something I went and stepped in. No offense, mind. At least not to them that's gonna quit moaning.
Evening, Arthur.
Hey, what are you talking about? You moan more than anyone.
I moan about the moaners.
Right.
Gentlemen, and the rest of you, my, oh my, ain't life grand. Well, it is. Trust me on that one. It is. Old Micah Bell told me. That was my daddy. Micah Bell, like his daddy, too. Pair of wild horses, they was. Father and son. and then me. At one point, my daddy was wanted for murder in 5 counties. 5! Never did suffer fools. Damn near killed my brother one time. But my brother always was a fool. And a coward. Yellow as pissed on snow. Never could stand him. Nor his wife. Lives over in California. By the sea. Pathetic. What kind of a man lives by the sea, I ask you? Hmm? Huh? Huh? Kind of man that gets told where to live by his wife. Ain't no woman never told me nothing apart from make yourself scarce. And that suits me about fine. Look at you, whining little women. All of yous. I love Dutch, man. He's like a brother to me. But he attracts fools like flies to a turd. Listen, what will be, will be. Ain't nothing a fella can do about it. Ain't no one changing nothing. I got all kinds of crazy in me. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Ain't my fault. Ain't no one's fault. Just live your goddamn life, and when it's time, go out shooting. Ain't no pity. Ain't no guilt. Ain't none of that. Don't mean nothing. Ain't nothing. The sooner you fools accept that, better you'll be as men. It's kill or be killed. And right now, plenty of folk want our kind dead. So we kill. And them of us that's too weak or too unlucky, they'll be killed. Accepted. Way of the world.
Hey, Arthur.
You think you're quite the philosopher, don't you?
I just speak the truth.
You sure like the sound of your own voice.